Hey Siri, what's my blood sugar?
Okay, viewing. You're 191 and steady.
My blood sugar's a little high right now.
This is Chelsea Geyer. She was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes 13 years ago. The autoimmune disease causes the pancreas to no longer produce the amounts of insulin the body needs, and insulin is what allows sugar to enter the cells to be used as energy.
Life with type 1 can be very difficult because people don't understand it. People don't understand diabetes. It's just this scary word.
Not too long ago, there were almost no technologies to help people with type 1 diabetes. Those diagnosed had to constantly prick their fingers to test their blood sugar and react to the reading by either injecting themselves with insulin or consuming sugar.
So the first technology I got was an insulin pump. I used to have to be giving myself 6+ shots a day. And the insulin pump then meant that I didn't have to give myself any shots every day. That shots became a once a week or a once a month thing. And so the insulin pump completely changed my life in that regard.
The insulin pump almost eliminated the need for injections. Later, a continuous glucose monitor was developed to eliminate finger pricking.
In 2019, I got a continuous glucose monitor. So while I had an insulin pump, I was still pricking my finger. Now I have my blood sugar goes to my phone, so I can monitor my blood sugar on my phone and I can ask Siri what my blood sugar is.
While using her iPhone, Chelsea is not only monitoring her blood sugar levels, but also pumping insulin into her body using an application that hasn't been approved yet by the FDA. This app is called Loop.
As someone who works with a lot of families and parents of small children, Loop can be life-changing, and it can make things just that much easier.
This is Dana Roseman. She's a diabetes educator and one of the early adopters of Loop.
I have been doing diabetes education one-on-one with patients for about 20 years. I myself have type 1 diabetes, and I wear Loop, the Loop system myself for about 4.5 years.
Loop is sometimes referred to as an artificial pancreas. It aims to make managing diabetes much easier. There's a continuous glucose monitor that reads sugar levels, a pump that gives you needed insulin, and your iPhone closes the loop. It's the full circle that connects the two and gives the pump the information about how much insulin to inject based on those glucose levels.
So you could think of it almost like the gas pedal on your car. If you need to go faster, you put the pedal down and get more gas. If you need to brake, you use the brake to stop your car. Loop is similar in terms of that insulin delivery. If somebody needs more insulin, it will do it automatically. And if they need less insulin, they'll get less automatically.
But Loop doesn't take over the entire task of managing diabetes. It just alleviates the mundane process of keeping blood sugar in check.
The way I describe it to families is it's not an autopilot situation where you're driving a self-driving car, but it is a co-pilot situation that you have some help with the technology. And anytime you can get help in a complicated disease like diabetes, that is worth just its pound in gold.
A 2014 Stanford research estimated that a person with diabetes makes 180 extra decisions in a single day. They have to check their blood sugar levels before and after every meal, workout, nap, or sometimes during late night sleep. This might cause a significant hardship to anyone diagnosed with the disease. And the importance of Loop lies in delegating tens of tiresome decisions to technology.
The less time you spend thinking about diabetes, the more time you have to spend about something else. Maybe you can pick up a hobby, start crochet, because all of a sudden you have all this free space in your brain you don't know what to do with.
Christopher Schneider also has type 1 diabetes. He is the clinical success manager at Typepool, a nonprofit organization adopting Loop technology to present it to the FDA as Typepool Loop. Because Loop is not approved by the FDA, it cannot be prescribed by doctors, and it won't be covered by insurance companies.
Sadly, the fact that it's not FDA approved doesn't ever cloud my my judgment about it. I really want it to be accessible to anybody who wants to use it.
The Loop smartphone app doesn't exist on any online store, and users have to become developers and upload the code themselves on their iPhones.
Building the Loop app yourself is intimidating the first time, but there are step-by-step instructions that really smart people have made, and they make it really easy.
While the diabetes community demands accelerated actions from health authorities, Loop users acknowledge the risk they are taking by adopting an insulin dosing system that lacks approval.
It's not a company that's doing this. These are just people. So again, there is still a lot of risk in going down this path. That said, the documentation is very robust. There is a community around to support those folks.
Despite the lack of approval and difficulty in setting up, thousands of people with type 1 diabetes use Loop. And while there are other approved diabetes management systems, users believe it is the most efficient.
You can ask my friends and family, I don't trust many machines. I will not get an Alexa, but I love Loop.